Oh, I was streaming and no audio was working. Excellent. I'm a fucking
Excellent.
rock star. We're just gonna close all these, close this window. Fuck my work computer. It can go away now. Do you want to talk about your con stat?
Yes, let's do that. Let me get into roll 20.
Like three is just not a lot.
It is not a lot.
I'm concerned for your life.
Okay, let us go back to our main page. Let me swap my constitution and my charisma. I'm okay with being a little less likable to have a little bit more. So that'll go to 8. And that will go to 12. So what did we determine as hit points?
For
It is
a wizard. I really like the book. It's quick and easy to figure out. If I can figure out where your class is thief, that's not it. Your maximum HP is 4 plus your con mod.
then it would be 4. Let's swap constitution with wisdom. So wisdom will be 12 and constitution will be 15. Oops, not 12, 15, because that makes my con mod 3. 15. Okay. So my con mod is 1, so it is now 5. I have HP of 5.
It's a little better, right?
Well, the only next step is to swap out for the largest stat to give me a 2 for 1 extra point, but I feel like I need that in intelligence for my class.
This is true. You can always, when you level up, I read this today, I've already forgotten it. I'm sure it's important. Leveling up is a special move where when you level up, you just take an extra move from your playbook. And as
there's a whole
you also add a spell.
thing.
And I think your moves can also be like stat increases?
Oh, okay.
Maybe?
Well, if your health never goes up, then a stat increase would increase your modifier, which should, in turn,
Yes.
affect your HP. Well, you said our HP never goes up.
So your HP never goes up as a level up, but if you get more con,
Gotcha. Okay,
does go
that
up.
makes more sense. Okay.
like if you get beefier, you get beefier.
Like, what good is wisdom in this game? What is wisdom good for?
There are moves. Let's see. They're good for traveling. They are good for taking watch. They are good for
Evening, gentlemen.
yo
Hello,
yo
hello.
yo.
I'm gonna be
You
up
see,
somewhere in a couple
you
minutes.
see, when you said you were going to be late, I was expecting like 20 minutes because that's usually what happens when people say we're going to be late, not like 5 minutes.
Okay, so I was in a really heavy line for Chick-fil-A, and I didn't know how long it was gonna be, but I figured I'd give you a heads up. Unlike some people in this group.
Much appreciated.
Some people still haven't showed up, and they didn't even say they were going to be late.
I'm quiet, but when I speak, it is usually important.
So for my +1 in cleric spell, I just stuck with the level 1 spell just so I can have it.
Oh, the cure wounds.
Yeah,
I mean, that was critical last week.
it was.
Discern realities is another wisdom.
Okay. I have a feeling, or it is always good for any kind of arcane class, no matter what school or whatever you follow. Nothing ever beats a Cure Light Wounds spell early on in the game, and if you have access to it, you always take it.
Yep.
I'm a pain cleric, and yet I still took Cure Light Wounds because the safety of the party is more paramount than flavor. Even though flavor is nice, like you
Flavor
still
is
wanna
super
have-
nice, yeah.
Well, however you enact cure wounds or cure light wounds is up to you. So you could be like, "Hey, I'm going to cure you," and you just slap him in the face.
right? This is my healing spell. Pow!
That's a very aggressive paladin lay on hands.
That is true.
Lay thine hands on the face.
Rapidly and harshly.
I cannot wait to see how Jeff gets out of the predicament he is in. Because he fell for such an obvious trap.
Yes. Well, I would have done the same thing just for plot. I've been like, ooh, this looks like it'll be interesting. See, that's probably an unhealthy character aspect. I do what I think is interesting, not necessarily what the character would do.
That's the thing, is I think East of All would.
Like, I'm not surprised he got possessed by a demon dragon spirit.
Yeah.
In fact, I would think he did it on purpose. If Arena knew what Sean knew.
It's true.
Do either of you guys have the new Candlelight Mysteries compendium book?
I read about it, and fuck monks and their stupid fucking weapon.
Candlelight Mysteries.
It's like a bunch of small one-off campaigns, up to level 15.
Monks in D&D are fucking bullshit from start to finish.
Wait till you see the monk weapon in Candlelights. It's just fucking...
What's the name of the new thing? I'll look it up now.
Oh fuck, I forgot. I was googling it the other day. Monk
Is
Candlelight.
The thing about monks too is they don't have the their detriment to make up for their power being no armor is even better because you don't have to spend money on new armor upgrades.
Nope.
So it's not like a paladin where your character is hindered by an ability, or an oracle in Pathfinder 1 and 2 where you have to take a character detriment like missing an arm, blind, mute. But all these powers.
You see, monks become bullshit because of the eventuality of them being immune to all diseases, being able to understand all languages, getting all of these extra attacks with using their key points that refresh on even a short rest. They're just an unstoppable killing machine if you know how to use them right.
Here we go, I found it. It's called the Gloves of Soul Catching. It automatically sets your con to 20, and on hit with an unarmed strike, you can pick from dealing an extra 2d10 force damage that heals you or gives yourself advantage on the next attack roll or ability check.
Who the fuck designed that?
That is a legendary attunement item. I can understand.
But 2d10 when monks can punch 18 times a turn?
That is if that character goes mythic or hits 20 and then goes into the prestige stuff, it's just why put anything in their way?
I will fully say that I have real issues sometimes balancing encounters for our party because of our monk.
Yep. Monk and well-tuned fighters early and mid sessions, it's bonkers.
Fighter or bard is going to be my next class, so get ready for that.
This is the 10th time the monk has fallen into a tar pit. Oh no.
But they're absolutely fine because they can run up walls.
Yeah, they'll just vibrate out of the tar pit.
All right, we're not going to wait on Brett because he said he was running late. He may not show.
Didn't he say he had that thing to
Killed a 2/3 man and almost got their shit wrecked for it.
Somehow.
You're forgetting about the part where we got our souls ripped out of our main character's bodies, put into totally different bodies, got put into sexy jail time, and took out a 2/3 man.
Yes, that too.
Wait, all that stuff happened?
All that stuff happened.
Wow.
Or, in layman's terms, we made it to one room and didn't make it out.
Yes, that's the TPK starts right there at the beginning room.
There was also an hour of character building.
Yeah, but character building's fun. That took a lot longer than I expected it to, though.
It always is hard when a lot of people are doing a new system.
Yeah. If I had to do it again, I would say I would kick half of y'all out and do half one session and half the next.
Only half of you have been ripped out of your bodies.
And the rest of you can try to figure it out on a countdown, because you're going to get your souls ripped out too. So,
Half the party staggers in, and there's just like a bloodbath. Like, well, what happened here?
Roll a new character.
So you're in jail. You're in a jail cell with the corpse of a 2/3 man sitting outside the jail cell. I think Jeff, your weapon, your rapier turned boomerang, is gone.
It's not gone. It's just
A
bent.
boomerang now?
So, yeah, exactly. It's a throwing weapon.
It's a very bent Chris.
So
Yeah.
what do y'all want to do? What is the plan?
Oh, well rested, right? At full health?
No.
What is the game's version of perception? How do I read a room?
You discern realities. When you closely study a situation or person, roll plus wisdom.
Okay.
Oh, where's the new roll 20 thing?
Can somebody post him a link?
Yep. Oh, nope. It just says roll 20 editor for me.
Oh, you rolled a 5. Go ahead and mark XP. Because,
For posting the link.
no, for failing already on the first roll of the night.
We're off to a great start. Did someone get Chris a link?
I'm trying to get that right now.
Okay.
Where's my DM? Where's my GM moves?
I guess. No, you do that. I can get the link here.
I'm just trying to take you to the app that.
I would do it, but I don't even know how.
Got it.
You got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just post it in the main group.
Helga or maybe Melvin. Maybe Melvin. Melga.
Melga.
Helga, you see, as you look around a little bit, you see tiny little footprints in the ground, which Melvin is very, very familiar with.
The weird tiny second personality in my head is telling me these footprints are dangerous, but I don't know why. We should follow them until rack them down. Bring them pain. Sacrilege! And I like bring my arms up in the air and I start like shaking.
That's a very cleric thing to do.
Thank you.
Does so? I'm assuming that these are gnome footprints, right?
Is
Melvin knows exactly what they are.
Would Gideon know what they are?
Gideon probably would know what they were.
He's probably eaten a number of those, right?
I mean, that's a fair assessment.
Gideon.
We're gonna.
Gideon or Killian?
Did we lose them?
I'm being shown some grotesque thing that they made in the background.
I have a feeling. I think I know what that might be, but I'm gonna not say anything.
It's a baby doll's face smashed into some Play-Doh.
Oh, that's way better than what I thought it'd be.
Oh, that's still horrible though.
Gideon is on the ground sniffing the footprints.
Gideon or Killian?
Whatever.
I need to know.
It's Gideon at the moment.
Roll discern realities. Killian, Gideon.
Roll what?
Discern realities.
I think you're just making this crap up.
I might be.
You gotta fleam the dinglebop.
And
In your character sheet, you will see a move called Discern Realities. When you investigate a situation, stuff happens. You were on the ground sniffing it. I felt like you were discerning some realities. It looks like you get to take one forward when it's. You get to ask one of those questions.
What happened here recently?
Other than
Why are there footprints on the ground?
what happened here recently? Studying the footprints with your nostrils and also your eyes, you can see that a large batch of footprints came in side by side with a giant pair of footprints that you might associate with the 2/3 man, and then they stomped, and then they all stomped out, and you can tell that there are many of them.
Fair enough.
My sheet says when y'all are quiet for too long, I'm supposed to do evil things. Keep that in mind.
I thought you were just waiting on him to reply.
Oh no, I was just thinking about what the reply would be. It's like, well,
Oh.
I mean, that's interesting. There's a bunch of gnomes and a half man. Killian is sniffing around on the floor, and he jerks wildly and looks up towards the door and says,
Are you on all fours?
"Man, I'm hungry. I smell some gnomes."
Did somebody say gnomes?
Evil cousins of my people.
He's going to bolt out the door, chasing after them on all fours.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Somebody better grab him quick.
Do you want to grab him? Do you want to stop him?
Nope. If he wants to run and die and not have the rest of the party, he's more than welcome to.
All right. As you storm out of the jail cell and into the hallway, you again see that there are multiple jail cells in this long hallway and a bright light at one end of the hall. Which way do you run? To another jail cell, to the light, into a wall?
As Killian is running towards the light, how bright is it? It's pretty bright. Very bright.
It's sunlight bright, especially if you've been in a cave for a minute.
The sunlight hits his eyes, and suddenly his body convulses, and it is now Killian in control,
Excellent.
who looks dazed.
Dazed and confused.
And he reacts with horror at the blood that's smeared all over his body.
As
I'm gonna
you
help him up. I'm
Just-
gonna just reach my hand out and try to like pat him off. I'm like, "You okay there, champ?"
What happened?
You were like a dog man. But my inner personality thinks that's just Gideon trying. Sorry, I'm choking. Oh god.
This is happening in character.
Helga can't contain herself.
Melvin.
Meldog takes over.
Choking on chicken products. Ugh. I think that was Gideon trying to avoid the sunlight while hunting down the gnomes. Shut up, you! This is my body. You're not gonna be in here. You're not gonna tell me what to do. I will punish you. I'm sorry. Please leave me alone.
I love how through no prompting, some of you have inflicted dual personalities on yourselves. You know how to play two characters.
Killian is a little bit disturbed by this display in front of him. Not only was he not only is he already freaked out by having blood all over him and waking up on the ground like in a dog pose with the blood all over him, but now he's got a guy standing in front of him who is literally going crazy.
Arguing with himself.
Do I know you? Like, I'm asking this. Am I familiar with you? My brain is in a fog right now.
Han, I can't remember anything before we entered this dungeon.
Yeah,
Let alone
same
who
here.
you are.
Everything's very, very hazy.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna follow outside of the room. I'm gonna walk up to the guys, and the last thing I remember was sending a group of people off to a mine somewhere. And I'll wake up here.
A mine.
We're doing some cross-dimensional bullshit right now.
Some
Kill-
wibbly wobbly timey wimey shit.
Killian just looks down and he says, "This just doesn't even make sense."
Why don't we all work together to figure out just what the hell is going on, and maybe we can get out of here, because something has trapped us here and we need to figure out what.
That sounds like a reasonable plan.
Can I? Oh god, this is gonna end horribly.
Can you roll a dice? Yes, probably.
Yeah. Can I discern realities to look inside of the cells to see if there's anything useful?
Yeah, like if you want to, I don't think you need to discern reality to go into the cells and see that they're empty.
Okay.
But that is,
Is discern realities more or less investigate a mystery?
it's similar.
Okay. Just off the cuff.
I will say that the cells are not only like vacant, they're spotless. And they're not bars, they're heavy metal doors with a small window on bars, and as you go to try to open them, they come open right away. And in each one, you see a wall of vertical gurneys. And in the corner of each one, a card table with a couple of chairs.
What is going on?
Is this like a rehabilitation center or my Tuesday nights down at Floggin's Ale House?
Well, whatever it is, it looks like we're the only people in these cells? Since everything is so clean? It doesn't... Maybe these are new cells and we're the first prisoners in their new cells. I don't know.
For so many, I'm guessing. They're probably going to take other people too.
I've seen my fair share of dungeons in my time, and this one is it's pretty clean.
So I'm gonna just enter one of the cells, one of the open cells, to see if anything happens. Kind of a discern reality situation. Enter it, see if anything happens.
You want to edge in and see if you blow up something.
Yeah.
The room burst into flames.
As you step in, you do not. Nothing happens. The door creaks open, and you have full access to the room.
Okay.
Just as you would any other cell. And I would say there's 6 cells total in this.
They're all the same size, and everything is more or less the same.
Yep.
between the one we were in comparatively.
Mm-hmm.
Are there Time War recruitment posters hanging on the walls too, or was that only in front of our cell?
They were in the they're Time War recruitment posters in each cell.
Do you think that maybe this is some kind of recruitment center?
Or a detainment center.
Or rehabilitation center?
I mean, with the gurneys, it would lead me to believe detainment more than recruitment.
Detainment, recruitment, rehabilitation. They might all mean the same thing.
What is a gurney? Am I thinking of the wrong thing? When I think of gurney, I think like a medical transport gurney.
Yeah, that. Except
Okay.
like vertical.
So not a
against
torture
the wall.
device, not like a rack over in a corner.
Oh no, there's no spikes or whips or.
No. Like a
Gags.
gurney, you could be strapped up to it on the in your wrist.
Is it like that? They're up on the walls.
Yes.
Are they hanging off of the walls like this, or up and down
They're vertical.
Just
vertical
like that, but we were strapped to them.
with
Yeah.
restraints? Got it. Okay.
We were wheeled into that room. I guess white. So one way was, you said, a bright light. What was the other way?
A dead end.
A dead end. Okay.
The end of a hallway.
End of a hallway. Well, and we're by ourselves in this hallway now that we have killed the 2/3 men and we found those footprints that led.
Well, you still
other
have
way.
the corpse of the two-thirds man. He's very large.
Well-
He's taking
well-
up a lot of the hallway.
Well, yeah.
Can
I
can
mean,
I,
I mean, we're the only living beings in what we know is a knowable distance.
can I try to spout lore?
How?
When you consult your accumulated knowledge about something, the GM will tell you something interesting and useful about the subject relevant to your situation.
What do you know about jail cells?
I think you can do that. What knowledge are you?
I'm trying to rack my brain about, or at least the fog, dispel the fog to some degree about the Time Wars and why that could possibly be a clue as to why we're here.
Sure. Go ahead and spout lore about the Time War.
Womp.
You guys, you gotta roll better.
I scratch my head and I start straining, like I'm trying to think really hard, and just a big long fart lets out, and I look up and I say, I can't get this fog out of my head.
And as you let out that fart, it echoes through the hallway, and you hear pitter-patter of feet.
Shite.
I'm
We
gonna draw my shield and hammer, and I'm gonna kind of like aim my body to kind of like take whatever's running at his head on.
Okay. You're currently. Where are you in this hallway of jail cells?
The first one, right?
Some of you have been exploring.
I mean, I want to loot the two-thirds man's body and see if there's anything on it.
He has a loincloth and a giant stick.
How big is this giant stick?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the stick.
I don't think
It's Havel
Davro
big.
could lift it.
Is the
Prob-
stick a euphemism for what's underneath the loincloth?
You haven't looked at what's underneath the loincloth. Would you like to investigate a mystery?
Ain't no mystery what's down there.
That's not a mystery I want to investigate.
Well, I said loot the
Science.
body, so
You-
if he's only wearing a loincloth,
So you're
What-
taking the loincloth?
well, I guess yeah, I'll take the loincloth. I don't care.
It's so strange how Pea Sprout and Constantine have acquired the habits of Klaus.
Well, I was saying more frisking him to see if he has anything.
No, unfortunately, he doesn't.
Okay, well,
But again, how are y'all positioned in this hallway?
I want to say that I'm kind of like wedging myself inside of one of the cells. I don't know if anybody's going to be behind me, but I'm going to kind of be like a meat shield.
Okay, gonna try to take a defensive stance.
Yep.
Killian, where are you at? Are you back in one of the jail cells?
No, I'm still in the hallway in the sunlight.
Okay, well, you see the pitter patter as 6 gnomes are racing up a hill in your direction.
A hill?
Yes, as you look outward from the bright light, you see that you're in the mouth of a cave entrance that overlooks which appears to be on the top end of a mountain that overlooks a small village below. And you see a lot of small figures, ant-sized from your perspective in the distance, in the town below. But you hear the pitter-patter and see the pitter-patter of gnomes running up the hills in your direction on the cobblestone path.
Wait, so he ripped ass so hard it reverberated out of the cave?
It did,
Okay.
and echoed across the town.
Oh,
do we consider this
that
an
ain't good.
ability?
No. Not unless it becomes a regularly recurring failure.
Oh.
I would like to pray for guidance.
Is that a thing you do?
Yep, it says, as a human, when you pray for guidance, even for a moment, and ask, what here is evil? The GM will tell you honestly.
And then you don't have to roll for that?
No, it just says it on the character.
And I probably shouldn't say you are.
Praying for guidance.
As you plead for guidance, you know that these gnomes are evil. These gnomes specifically are evil.
I ready my weapons. I think we need to go hunting.
Ah, finally some common sense for the Dark One.
Did you say that out loud, the Dark One?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that
I
trigger
do want
Gideon?
to point out, though,
No, Killian is making a mental note that he is a servant of the Dark One in the back of his mind. So he won't be taken unaware if there is some kind of deviousness on his part.
Oh, it's the Forgotten One. That's right.
Forgotten One.
I
yes.
mean, if you forgotten one, dark one. You chase your bliss here.
I do have a request if I could be healed before we charge into battle. If someone help me on this front.
All right, use
You're-
your spell slot on you, my dude.
You're running into battle.
I'm about to. That's what I do.
Well,
You're asking for support on that instead of taking a defensive position and like strategizing.
am I the first one to notice the gnomes running up the hill?
You are, and they are getting real close, real fast.
I'm gonna shout down the hallway. We've got company. Everyone prepare. Gird your loins.
One of the gnomes pauses for a moment and pulls back an arrow and fires it at you.
Well, they're that close.
Retreat! Retreat!
I know what I'm gonna do.
What? Well, you're not the one being shot at, Jeff. What
Oh,
are
okay.
you gonna do?
I'm gonna use uncanny dodge.
Is that a thing you have? That doesn't sound like a thing you have. That sounds like Jeff bullshit. Your face is frozen.
I'm gonna use defy danger.
Yeah, no, you don't tell me what move you do. You tell me what you do, and I'll tell you why you're wrong, and I'll tell you what move you do then.
I will move out of the way of the arrow.
Yes, I would like to dodge the arrow.
Okay, roll.
I see it coming because I'm actively watching them, and I see the gnome draw back and the arrow fly, and I'm like, no.
So roll defy danger with dexterity to dodge out of the way of the arrow. Interesting thing about defy danger, so you know, you can defy danger with just about any stat if you make a good case for it. So keep that in mind. There's the list of things down in roll
I will.
20.
I will keep that in mind.
So if you are a bullshit stat and you need to roll bullshit to get out of the way of the, I don't know, giant flaming death ball, you should do that. Do you step back into the cave to dodge out of the way, or are you just sidestepping out into the open?
I'm gonna step back into the cave.
Okay. As you step
I'm
into
gonna
the
like
cave,
duck and yeah.
an arrow plinks against the steel door and falls to the ground.
I have a new plan. Someone help me lift up the 2/3 man. We're
What are
going
you
to
try-
walk him towards the door.
It's a weekend at Bernie's scenario.
How about this? How about this? I start saying, I can cast invisibility on one of you. It will last until you attack.
Make me
I'll take that.
invisible, and I will pick up the 2/3 man and walk him outside.
Let's do it.
Let me paint a picture first real quick on how big a 2/3 man is in comparison to you. I don't know if you're familiar with the size of an ogre,
But he's 2/3 the size of that.
but he's as big as that.
And I just like cut kind of into the back of him and like wear him a little bit so I can at least.
Yeah, gut him and pull out all the organs real quick so he weighs less.
Yeah.
We've got time for that.
I'm
Oh,
making
sure,
a
yeah, we
2/3
have plenty of time.
You're spitballing this idea, and Killian sarcastically says that. Like, yeah, let's just disembowel him real quick. Why not?
I'm gonna
Go rip
grumpily.
strips off the loincloth and strap his legs kind of to mine. And then
I'm-
like rope my waist around his, I guess, lower kind of half. We'll see if this works.
So you're gonna pick him up, kind of, and wear
I'm
him.
lashing him to myself.
You're lashing him to yourself. You have some rope, I'm assuming, or like an adventurer's
I
kit.
just said I ripped strips of the loincloth or the rope.
The loincloth is barely... Okay, sure. So he is now naked.
No, his. Well, fine. Yep. We're going with the naked dead guy.
You've enacted the 2/3 man helicopter. and you're bringing him to the front.
Well, yeah, he's in front of me, so I assume he's some sort of shield.
Okay, he's very big, so I'm gonna need you to do something.
I'm very strong, as it so happens.
Are you?
Yeah, that's my maxed out stat. Well, okay. I mean, I'm level 1, so I'm weak as shit, but I'm strong in my mind.
You don't get much stronger, I promise.
He's mentally strong.
I don't see a move that says you need help. So yeah, you take up this massive meat shield and waddle him to the doorway. What do you do with him?
As he does that, I'm gonna place a hand on his back, on the back of whatever your character's Peace Sprout. I'm gonna cast invisibility.
Okay. Roll whatever you roll to use magic.
I'm gonna click on the spell because I think it'll just do it for me if I do. Okay, no, it just puts out a card. All right, let's try. Cast a
Please
spell.
work.
There it is.
Please work. For the love of-
9.
But choose one.
I'm going to. The spell disturbs the fabric of reality as it is cast, so I take a -1 and ongoing cast a spell rolls.
Okay, go ahead.
But it is successful.
Okay, I think you can mark that on your character sheet so you don't forget. Like -1.
Oh, it does have that. That's cool. I would mark it on intelligence, I guess.
I think it's up at the top.
Yeah,
At the
there's normal +1 forward, -1 forward. Coordinated.
Well, if you see on each, well, okay, yeah, that makes sense. We are -1 forward. Okay, let me test that out. Let me test it out with a roll.
So as you do that, you feel magic leave you as you place as you cast the spell on Peace Sprout, making him invisible. But you feel the magic pull on you a little bit. It's like almost as if you don't have an infinite store of magic. It's been slightly depleted, and it's going to be weaker going forward until that can be resolved. Peace Sprout, as you waddle forward, invisible, with your giant 2/3 man meat shield into the doorway, what do you do? The gnomes have reached the top of the hill, and they
I
are.
come back to the party. Get in the cell.
You're gonna allow.
The gnomes are running towards us, right? To come inside.
Yes.
I want to play jail guard.
You want to convince them that
We did not murder the 2/3 man.
that's an idea. Okay. So to me, this sounds like defy danger with charisma.
But I'm invisible. There's a 2/3 man floating.
Yes,
So, I mean, come on.
but you're yelling at your party to do something. So you are
Oh.
trying to convince these gnomes of a falsehood.
All right.
And I will give you +1 forward on it because this is so fucking stupid.
Okay, what's the...
I love it.
Defy danger?
Defy danger with charisma. You are trying to convince them that you are the ogre and that you have things under control. Sorry, that you
So
are
how-
the 2/3 man.
Oh, you can change the roll. I see. Oh, okay.
So what do I do? Okay.
So
What is
just change it to CHA with a +1 and then roll that baby.
Okay.
All right, while you figure out how to roll things, I'm going to get another beer.
I should click it, right?
I'm gonna go refill my drink too.
Oh.
An 8 is a stumble?
Well, no. I'm trying to figure out... I think I did the wrong one, right?
He said defy danger with charisma.
Did I do the right one?
Did he do the right one? You said defy danger with charisma, right?
I did, and it looks like
Okay.
he did 2d6 minus 1 charisma plus 1 forward, so he got an 8. Your
Yeah.
charisma modifier is minus 1? Isn't
Apparently.
charisma an important paladin stat?
I don't know.
Yeah, paladins are charisma casters, man.
Well, you know.
Here we are. An 8.
Why does it give you the option to use strength, though? I don't understand the details.
Like lifting your feet or something if you're running away. Or...
Hey, whoa! Wouldn't this be intelligence with my quick thinking? Just saying.
No, you were trying to convince them. This is like a manipulate someone.
I'm kidding.
But you could totally, if
What's my hard choice? Because
What's your hard choice?
Or whatever it says.
Hard bargain or... Well, there's 3 things. A worse outcome, a hard bargain, or an ugly choice.
one of the gnomes step forward and say, "Move aside! It's time for inspection."
I just step aside.
No, as he starts to step aside, I go, "No, it's not. It's next week." Come back next week when inspection's next week.
All right. So I need to know exactly what you're doing. I hear this voice. The gnomes hear this voice. What is the goal here?
To convince them that it's next week for inspection, and they leave us alone.
Are you trying to use the 2/3 man voice?
Yeah.
Do 2/3 men
I
have
didn't know they
voices?
talk. They do now. Or well, this one might. Let's go for it. I like this idea. I'm already strapped to him, so I'm going down with the ship if I take any damage.
Dr. Robot. Beer number 2.
Dr. Robot's pretty good.
It's worth a shot, unless we throw the body on top of him if it doesn't work. Like, I'm just trying to save our asses.
So as you, I think roll. I feel like this is a roll charisma again. A defy danger with charisma.
Do I have a negative one on that as well?
Oh no!
Inspection is now. Get out of the way. Why are you speaking? You've never spoke before. He's a monster. Kill him. And the gnomes all pull out crossbows and aim it at him and let loose a
I want to
volley.
try to fall on top of all of the gnomes. 'cause
They're about
pretty
6
small.
feet back. You're gonna have to run forward to jump on them.
I'm doing it.
All right.
Going for it.
This doesn't feel like a defy danger. This feels like a hack and slash, except with the body of a
Dear friend.
dear friend.
Bludgeoning damage.
Do I get a +1 forward for the extra weight?
No, but you're not gonna take any damage because you got a giant. Well, you won't be able to be hit by crossbow bolts.
Oh my god, come on!
As you try to push forward, you lose your footing and fall backwards, and the 2/3 man collapses on top of you, preventing you from moving. The gnomes shout in victory, "We've slayed the monster! Enter the cave!" And they all jump onto the 2/3 men and into the cave. And where is the party?
We're in our cells.
I'm in
So-
the cell just chilling.
As I leapt back with that initial bow strike into the darkness again, I could feel the pull of Gideon working at Killian's consciousness, and just barely managed to shake it off.
Are you still in the darkness of a corner, or are you back in a jail cell?
I'm back in the cell now. I went with the rest of the party.
Okay. All right. Well, as
I want to work on unstrapping myself from the 2/3.
well, it's on top of you, so that's going to take a minute, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Well, this is going on.
While this is going on, you're struggling to catch your breath underneath this giant monster.
I'm gonna try to be a little seductive looking inside my cell, kind of like leaning up on the open thing, and just kind of like, hey,
The gnomes.
hey.
The gnomes goes from cell to cell. I think y'all are in like the second or third one. And when they reach the cell, He bangs on it with a pipe. The door swings open, and you're all just standing there.
Yeah, just kind of huddled at the back of the cell.
While they were banging around, and I was fighting with Gideon, would it be all right if I poisoned one of my throwing daggers?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I have a poisoned throwing dagger at the ready.
As the lead one enters, he says, "Oh, guess why are you not strapped to your gurneys?
It's our free period.
It's not your free period. It is time for transformation.
What transformation
You
do you
agreed
speak
to
of?
sit in the cell and gurneyed until the transformation has occurred."
Someone asked, what'd you ask?
Hmm?
You asked, like, what is transformation?
I said,
Transformation,
what
you signed the
transformation
papers,
do-
you know.
What
Why are you
transformation
being
do you
weird?
speak of? What you talking about, Willis?
You're very suspicious.
We're still waiting on orientation, says Melvin in Melvin voice.
He slowly starts backing out of the jail cell.
Screw it. I'm gonna hit him with my hammer.
Jump at him and whack him.
Yeah.
Let's see if...
Roll hack and slash.
Maybe you'll be better than all my other rolls tonight. Who knows? Hey.
Chris, you're still invisible, by the way.
Yeah, just don't move. You're like in the gory mess that is the 2/3 man. Just don't
Well,
move.
somebody, I'm unstrapping myself, and it is up to our overlord here when I'm unstrapped.
He as you go to bring your mace down on him, how much damage do you do?
1d6.
You should roll that.
Hey.
You brain him dead. And lucky for y'all in this game, if you kill him with one hit, you don't take the damage from hack and slash.
Fantastic.
Forgotten one be praised. An easy kill.
And the rest of as you brain him with your hammer and stand over his lifeless body, you see the 5 other gnomes standing behind him, or behind where he was, all with crossbows pointed at you.
Oh, I mean, oh, hello, big boys.
You're gonna flash some nipple at him. Oh, nip slip as you bring the hammer down. Your ample breast pops out of your.
They all take aim a little sharper, and they're all about to pull the trigger and fire off a bolt. What do you do? 5
I want to
bolts.
scream and mimic an alarm.
An alarm?
Yep.
He mimics the alarm of a Ford Fiesta.
Okay. As you start yelling, when does invisibility break?
When I dismiss it.
Until I attack.
When you audibly attack the gnomes with your Ford Fiesta sound.
Verbally assault them.
No. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to accomplish here?
Distract the gnomes.
Okay, roll defy danger with I don't know what. Roll defy danger with fucking stupid. I think charisma again.
No, I'm going wisdom because this is a wise move.
No, charisma. You're trying
How is
to trick.
this charisma?
You're trying to trick him with your voice, and I know you have a -1, so that's what we're doing.
Wisely distracting them from,
With your
still being
voice.
attacked.
With your voice. Okay.
Hey! And it's still a shit roll. So what did I do?
2 of the gnomes shift position to you, or 2 of the 5 gnomes are distracted, and they turn immediately and fire off bolts at the sound. They're like, "What the fuck is that?" And then they fire.
As
And-
soon as that happens, I'm going to cast Magic Missile at one of the ones pointing towards us.
Yeah.
Yeah, my reaction to the loud noise coming from the hallway was to toss that poison dagger as well.
Okay, so I need magic missile roll, and then I need both y'all to roll damage, and we're gonna see if something happens. So that's a 7, right?
That is with the -1 forward included in it. If you hover over it, it does show -1 forward.
Okay. Ooh, and it's take -1 ongoing to cast a spell until you prepare spells. It doesn't go away.
Nope.
Oh.
I didn't read the whole thing when I said that because I would have just taken unwelcome attention. I'm gonna put myself on the spot with that. So let me roll that beautiful bean footage damage. 5.
5 damage.
How do I know how much damage the throwing daggers do?
Your throwing dagger does whatever your damage dice is.
It's
Got
not
it.
on a per weapon basis.
Okay.
Damage is on a per class basis. So all your weapons do the same. And that means you can have whatever flavor weapon you want.
Except for wizard.
Except for wizard, who has magic bullshit.
Magic.
So how much damage does your dagger do?
I will tell you in just a moment.
And Mr. Wizard Man, how do your bolts split? Because I think you don't have to put them all at the same target, right?
It does say. All it says is projectiles of pure magic spring from your fingers deal 2d4. I don't know if this is like D&D where it's multiple bolts or one bolt.
It's
'Cause it
whatever
just says
we want it to be. Is it one bolt or multiple bolts, Wizard?
it is gonna be. It's gonna. I'm gonna try to. 1 is dead. 4 were left.
Yes. 1 is
So
dead. 5 were left. There were 6 total.
So there were 3 pointing at us. No, I'm just gonna hit one of them with it. Just
You're gonna go for that clean kill. Again,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll damage on your dagger. And I think you get an extra effect because you got a 14. Oh, you just
I'm
deal
still
your
trying
damage.
to find the base damage for Thief. I've got Dungeon World SRD website pulled up, and I'm not seeing a base damage.
I
thought it was one- I thought-
Sheet,
Okay.
It should be up at the top. Let me.
we can't
Yeah.
look at your character sheet though.
You can
Mine says damage, but it's got D8 selected. I don't feel like that's right.
It is because mine has D10. It's like related to you just roll
So
the D8.
so D8 plus 2. Okay.
Is it
Jesus,
D8
you're
plus
about to make this guy explode.
Yeah, if I do the
Poison.
Oh, if you
I
attack
do
with a ranged
thrown,
weapon, you do plus 2 damage.
I get plus 2, and then also it's poisoned. So, but it'll probably kill it, so it won't matter.
Okay, so if you just click the word damage, it'll roll it. And we'll add to it. Yeah, that knife cuts through one of the gnomes, dropping him to the ground. The other gnome explodes in a bit of magic, but
He
Davril...
explodes in confetti.
But Davril, one of the shots are fired off in your direction and land in you, putting a hole in your shoulder for... Let's see how much damage it does. Ooh.
Killing Davril.
Oh god, maybe. Nope. Doing 2 damage.
So I have 2 hit points boxes. I guess the right one would be my permanent. So I'm down to 3. Okay.
Think of it like a fraction.
Yeah.
Like,
Am I free yet?
Did you crawl out from under... Yeah, I think you've crawled out from underneath the thing, making all your noise. You've
I want to yell, "Surrender now or meet your doom!" The gnomes.
They look at the ceiling, trying to find where you are, waving their crossbows wildly.
while
Wait,
they're
is-
turned away-
Wait. So he attacked. So his invisibility dropped, right?
He has
I
not
didn't-
actually attacked.
I've
Oh.
just been yelling.
He's
and
just been
sucking
yelling
his
like a
mouth.
jackass.
Or creating a diversion,
Yeah, I'm
trying
gonna,
to help people.
We will not surrender for anyone.
while their backs are turned on us, if everybody else has got an attack, it's my turn to attack again. And I'm gonna try to bonk one of them back then.
Brain him.
Go ahead and brain him.
Is he got a +1 for a surprise?
Just go ahead and braid him. We'll see how it goes.
Oh wait, I can aid you. I aided you.
He doesn't need it.
He
I
doesn't
don't
need
need
it. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Let's see. You deal damage to the enemy and avoid their attack. At your option, you may choose. Oh, I don't need to do another 1d6 on these guys because they're weak.
Or are they? You're about to hit the.
As you brain another gnome, he crumples to the ground, and the other one says, "You will not take me alive!"
Can I walk up behind one of them and like restrain him?
Yeah, absolutely. Use, I think, defy danger with strength.
I can choose.
And you're
any-
invisible, so like +1.
Are they both like looking at the party now because another one of them just got destroyed?
There's only one of them.
Oh, it's just one? Okay.
Yeah, I think
He's gonna
they've
kill me.
they've all been killed except for one at this point. I think.
For fuck's sake! Why? Just an 8.
That's. Did you add your +1?
No.
It doesn't matter. It's a 9. As you grapple the gnome from behind, I don't know what the hard choice is here. The worst outcome. Oh, he pops a knife on the heel of his shoe and swings it back at you in the shin. What do you do?
So I have to let him go to like move out of the way.
I didn't say that.
If he swings it back, couldn't I just like push him forward onto the ground?
I guess. Is that what you want to do?
I'm going to move my leg from the knife side and kick him directly in his lower back.
Okay, well, I don't think you have to roll for it. You've got the drop on him. He can't see you. He's a tiny little gnome. You plant him on,
Behind him.
and you're behind him, so you plant him on the ground.
Can we restrain this guy?
Did Helga kill the gnome with her bludgeon?
Yes.
Seeing the
two of them.
Seeing the spray of blood from the second one, Gideon takes over Killian's body.
Excellent.
The Gideon sleeper cell activates.
He's triggered. He's been triggered. Seeing the gnome helpless on the ground, he rushes forward and attempts to bite him in the neck.
The one that's alive or the one that's dead?
The one that's alive.
I feel like this is hack and slash with your teeth.
So it's still 1d8, right?
He's got some powerful jaws.
As
it
you,
says it's a miss.
so he doesn't have some powerful jaws. As
He does. It's just very poor aim when he's frenzied, being tug of warred by Gideon.
as Gideon and Killian struggle for control, you hop onto this gnome and he rolls over and shanks you in the neck.
Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
With his boot knife?
yep,
How does he... Okay.
for 5 damage.
Oof.
Killian is unstable.
Unstable or what is? I don't. There's no unstable in this
Killian
game.
is -3.
-3.
Oh,
Well,
so you get to roll the death thing.
yeah, we get to do death again.
Oh, no! Wait! He's next to me! I'm gonna lay on hands his ass.
All right, go ahead. Lay on hands his ass.
Yeah, you know what's great about lay on hands? It's a charisma roll.
As
Oh, well, there we go.
as you send Gideon Killian to the afterlife, good and proper.
I can cure light wounds on him.
You gonna hurry?
Yeah. Let me. Where's my cast the spell? Oh, there it is.
Killian is rolling on the ground, coughing and hacking up blood.
Yeah, I'm gonna take your casting distances you from your deity. Take a -1 ongoing to the caster until the next time you consume commune. Yeah, so I'm gonna take that because I'm healing someone instead of hurting someone, which is a big no-no.
That's narratively appropriate.
And I will heal.
I think I may have constructed the worst paladin ever.
Yeah.
Have you seen my wizard? He's not doing too hot.
I don't think any of us are doing too hot so far.
It's not like you have a -1 to every magic roll that you make. That's where I'm at right now.
As you
That is where I'm at. I have a -1 to all magic rolls right now.
as you lay, how do you heal? How do you heal?
I don't think she knows.
So as you go to heal, you lay your hands on
You
Killian
just random-
Gideon on his neck, and Killian Gideon, you feel the heat on your neck as the wound is seared shut.
Oh no!
Killian lets out a screech, fully back in control of his body.
And you're back at 1 health.
Can't believe I healed 1.
What
I
the?
want to restrain this fucking gnome. Let me restrain him.
What? How do you want to restrain him? He's on the ground kicking people with a shank.
I'm going to stomp on both of his knees.
Okay, do it. Hack. You gonna? I don't think hack and slash is appropriate here, unless you want to kill him.
No, I just want to like cripple him. He's not dead yet.
Yeah, aim for the shoulders.
I think this is hack and slash, but if you like, you won't kill him. If you won't kill him with your damage die.
Break his tiny little collarbone.
So go ahead.
And that's if I can even hit him. Oh my god!
As you go to stomp on his legs, he gets you right in the Achilles heel. For
12 damage.
3 damage. Are you dead?
No.
Okay, and I need you to take -1 dexterity. I think that's a thing on your character sheet.
Does my armor do anything here?
It does.
Yeah.
Killian screams, "Somebody kill this fucker."
Okay, I'm gonna attack him.
Helga,
How do
you're
I
the only
kill-
one that can do damage.
The prone gnome full party wipes the whole thing.
You see on
We're done.
on the main tab of your character sheet, Peace Sprout. I want you to put -1 dex. I want you to click that shaky checkbox until you get your heel or the back of your ankle healed up. And Helga, did you kill it?
No.
As you bring down the hammer again, he rolls to the side, hops to his feet, and starts and dashes with incredible speed to the mouth of the cave. You'll not take me alive!
Okay, but
Burn my weapons.
the Forgotten One will remember you.
No, but the other gnomes will come for you!
I want to command him to stop with "I am the law."
I don't think that he recognizes your authority.
I can at least try. It's a charisma roll, Sean, and I get -1 anyway.
I mean, threaten me with a good time.
Jesus. Hey! Oh, well, he's gonna flee.
Effect.
Unless he decides to attack again, but he's pretty far away. And he has a boot knife.
I get to choose? Excellent. He slows down slightly, looking back at you, confused, and then books it right out the door. He's gone.
Can I? Oh, okay.
What do you do?
I'm gonna lay on hands myself because I suck.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Remember what happened last time
Absolutely.
someone laid on hands themselves?
Your head
Alright, go
explodes.
for it. Up. Okay. That
It-
sucks.
In Monster of the Week Dungeon World, I look at Lay on Hands as being like an unstable healing potion.
Yeah.
It might heal you, but it also might make your head explode. There's just no telling what's going to happen.
You're shooting a fireball that's healing.
As you go to lay hands on yourself, you touch your chest, nothing happens. But you
My
hear,
ankle.
you touch your heel, and you don't feel anything happen. But you do hear the gnome running down the hill shouting, "They're escaping! Get the monsters!"
Nine! They sound like Nazis. I love it.
Welcome to an alternate reality with Nazi gnomes.
I want to use an ability, please.
Okay.
I want to use Words of the Unspeaking. When with a touch, you speak to the spirits within things. The non-living object you touch answers 3 questions you pose as best it can.
Do you have to roll your dice for this, or is it just a thing?
I don't know. It just in the cleric guide for being a dwarf, that is something I just get.
It's a race thing, right?
Yeah,
it's
it's
under
right.
race.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm
Bringing it up as a race thing. I assume.
Can I?
Why is
you
it
know
gotta
what?
be a race thing?
How? So Killian's pretty hurt right now, right?
Yep, but we gotta figure out what this talk to inanimate objects thing is real quick.
Okay, because as soon as you resolve that, I'm going to do my action.
Okay.
Go and do your action first while we're looking this up.
We should
Okay.
probably escape.
I'm gonna pull a potion out and make Killian drink it. A healing potion. I have healing potions.
Excellent. How much healing does it do?
It doesn't actually say in
Let's
my
look up
gear,
healing.
Oh.
my gear thing, but I have 3 healing potions because that was part of my gear loadout.
I'm gonna look it up under. I'm gonna go to the compendium.
Does a ration heal you? Is that what they're for?
Oh, we
No.
have access to a. Hey, look at that! I'm just so used to like with D&D, you have to pay for the compendium stuff, and it's free here. It says, heal yourself 10 damage or remove 1 debility. Your choice. What is a debility?
Chris is the only one with the debility currently. He is shaky because his Achilles tendon is ripped.
Okay. Well, I will take a potion and I will give it to Killian.
Okay.
And I'll take 1 more potion and I'll give it to Pea Sprout. And as I give them both potions, I say, I only have 1 more left.
Did you announce what kind of potion it is?
It's a healing potion. You take,
Did-
you heal, yes,
Did you say that?
yes.
Okay.
You handed the rogue a potion that may or may not be poison.
Yeah, he looks at you distrustfully. It's like, what the fuck's this?
It's a healing potion. It will make you feel better. You get,
Yay.
you don't roll for it. It heals 10 damage or removes debility. Your choice.
Oh, or?
Yeah, either or. You get you get the HP or you take your debility.
I'm going to attempt to lay on hands myself with my new
Hold on. You and your fucking magic. That doesn't work.
I didn't realize it was charisma.
I cannot do Speak with Stone. I have to commune, which takes an hour, and I don't think we have the time for that.
Okay. You want to grab something to bring with you to speak to later?
I would have to speak to a rock.
Do you-
I
you-
shit you not. You are one with stone. When you commune, you are also granted a special version of Words of the Unspoken as a route which only works on stone. So my goal was to talk to the rocks to see what the fuck goes on here, but I can't do that because it would take an hour, and I'd literally have to take a chunk of this place, but by the time it leaves, I figure it wouldn't do anything.
I mean,
I'm going to take a rock. Can I break one out of the wall or something?
yeah.
But it's going to be heavy, and we have weight limits, and I'm not...
Yeah, and I'm super strong. I have extra carry limit. Let's do it.
Okay, go ahead and add a rock to your inventory, Pea Sprout. It counts as one weight.
Okay.
Do you want? What are y'all gonna do now?
We need to escape.
Okay, doke.
It would probably be a good idea to get out of here.
I
Agreed.
wish to save their lives by doing a tactical retreat so we don't have to slaughter them all.
All right.
Killian raspily says, "Let us slip away to the darkness."
So you're gonna run outside the cave?
Yes. Well, is this something we agree on?
As you run outside the cave,
Can we descend deeper into the cave?
Or was there a
it was
dead
a
end?
dead end.
Okay.
It's a dead end. Okay.
Yes.
You would be dead.
Into the Underdark, everyone.
As you run out, you are again hit with the bright light of the outside world, and you see the gnome is he is almost in town again to gather his brethren. As you overlook it, you're not exactly on a mountain. You're more on like a plateau overlooking a valley below where the village is. So if you wanted to, you could probably escape the opposite direction of the village. Or maybe you could head into the village and be sneaky and assassinate everyone. I don't know. What do y'all want to do?
My gods need me to cleanse the unbelievers from this place. I say we go towards the village.
No. I start trying to like pull him back. It's like, we've fought way too much. These two dinguses are almost dead, and you can't hit anything to save your life. Let us go the other way, and then regroup, and then we can storm the place.
Agreed.
A compromise. You say a prayer to my god, I follow your plan.
You can choke on stone, my man. That ain't happening in this world. It's not
I
happening in
draw my sword.
I'll say a prayer to your god if it gets the boat the
I
boat
shoot
sailing.
the sword back.
We only have a vote for. We've only had 2 people vote.
What's your god's name?
Gary.
Gandalf. Say a prayer to Gandalf.
It'll be Gandalf.
Oh, merciful Gandalf, please save us from these horrible gnomes, and bless us with your divine wisdom. Amen.
You can hear a bell ringing from the town now.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let us away. Gandalf!
Quickly to Helm's Deep.
I thought we would go to the Shire, but
Let's go to the Shire. That works too. Anywhere but here.
Where are you going?
to the Shire.
Do you
It's
know where that
behind
is?
It's directly behind this place.
Is it away from the gnome town? Is it the gnome
I
town?
want to, what do I need to do to see if I recognize any landmarks?
Spout lore.
Oh, right.
I think I spout lore with charisma.
You said we're on a plateau, right?
No, you don't have to spout lore with charisma. You know, that's not a thing. But I'm sure that your wisdom is a -1 also.
Oh, it's intelligence. Don't worry.
We are on a plateau, right?
Wait, what? What does the fort? What does the fort do?
Anything below 6, anything that's a 6 or below, the answer is I fuck you.
Please
With
don't.
something awful.
I don't-
So, okay, I have a compromise. I recognize this area. I believe the den of the trolls is this way, up the hill.
You want to go fight trolls instead of
The
gnomes?
trolls.
You were doing so well against gnomes. Trolls are the next logical leap of things that you could definitely fight in combat.
I figure it was fair, right? I mean, I screwed up, so, you know.
So you spouted this out loud, right?
Yes.
I'm fine with this.
Pointing in the direction that we're talking about going. But you fully convinced me by saying a prayer to my god, and I need to go there.
Killian wipes some of the blood off of his tunic, and he says, "The trolls." ... And he kind of looks.
How do
he
you know
kinda,
the
like,
trolls
looks
are
at him
there?
like, "Are trolls? Are you sure?"
Peace
Sure
Sprout,
that
how
way?
do you know that there are trolls there?
It came to me. I've been in
No,
this area
I need to
before.
know. I need to know the fantasy reason why Peace Sprout knows that there are trolls there.
Because Pea Sprout's familiar with the area. And it's well known that this village is a great source of troll, yeah, like troll bags and troll fat and troll fingernails,
So these
troll eyeballs.
so gnomes
and
hunt
troll
trolls?
hair. Hold on, I'm not done. One of the biggest exports of this small town is troll noses.
So the gnomes hunt trolls.
Exactly.
Okay.
Hunt/farm.
Okay. I'm fine with that. These gnomes are incredible.
So if the gnomes can harvest all of these things from the trolls, then they must not be very intimidating then.
Must not be.
Let's not be hasty. Dragons are the least intimidating thing in this world. Gnomes just take them out super easily. You go in there, you take the horde, you run out, we're done. I'm just going to start heading towards the opposite of the town. Like, whatever is, like, if the town is north, I'm heading directly south. I'm just leaving.
So you're headed toward
Yeah,
the trolls.
we're sitting around. Yeah, we're sitting around bickering about this. Like that guy's down there rallying the troops, and we're just like standing around like, well, a dragon's better than a troll.
Well, actually,
I pull out my long sword and shield. We're going.
Four stooges.
As you start following this beaten path into the, I would say into the forest leading in the direction of the trolls known to Pea Sprout. Are you just charging into the woods? Do you have a destination in mind? Do you want to go to a troll place? Or do you want to set up camp? Or do you want to, I don't know, do guerrilla tactics with the gnomes? Or
I guess I'm not stealthy. I'm just short and stubborn. So
isn't that stealthy enough?
I would
yeah,
think
I'll
that
just
I would.
walk into a reasonably sized brush and just kind of like fade in like Homer Simpson does.
what does the party do?
I want to go to the trolls.
Is the party going to let Chris lead them astray?
Killian
It sounds like it.
Okay.
As you,
Does Killian know what a troll is? Like, how many of us have at least a passing knowledge of what a troll is? Do we all need to roll like? Lore?
Gideon, you need to roll spout lore on trolls.
Describe a troll to me.
Hold on, let me look up the compendium. I don't know
If they are like dwarf baby trolls that are like in a tiny little baby pen and they're harvesting all of the little baby noses from them, then sure, let's go for the trolls. If they are giant hulking monstrosities that will rip us limb from limb, then no, please let's not do that.
Trolls are giant hulking monstrosities that will rip you limb from limb, and they also regenerate health.
Killian says, Sweet Pea, I understand your desire to die, but given our situation, it's totally understandable, but let's not do that right this moment.
You
Maybe
said
we
a
can-
prayer. I'm here to honor Gandalf.
And
Hold
and
on. Before we go any further, how does Killian know about trolls?
Killian is fairly well learned, given that he is a thief. I mean, he's reasonably intelligent. His wisdom's pretty high. The fog is starting to clear now that he's out in the bright sunlight and not down in the cave. So his mental facilities are a little bit more clear now.
So is he an educated halfling? You said he's well versed.
Well, you said that the main export of this gnome city is.
I did not. Chris said all that shit.
Is that not canon?
That's absolutely canon.
It is canon.
Yes.
So the main export from this city is null troll products, not null.
Sure.
Gnolls are on the other side.
Yeah, they're on the other side. They're in the pins. So
They're the hot import item.
so he's definitely aware of the use of troll products, so he's definitely like aware of like, yeah, I mean, I know what trolls are.
Can
I d-
you, for my world building, what is a troll product?
You use the troll fats to make kind of lotions and other products.
Shampoo and hair gel and
This sounds like something from Skyrim. You can get troll fat in Skyrim, right?
Oh, that's right. That totally is an item from Skyrim.
Yeah, it is.
In a past life, Pea Sprout actually dealt in quite a bit of trading. One of the highest cost products you can get is an adult troll nose. And it's used in a lot
Okay,
of
I'm
potions.
gonna need another beer for this bullshit.
Well, Killian is also being a thief and stealing the wares that you have dealt with in a past life. He's definitely aware of the value of troll products and would know what a troll is. He's not just like stealing shit like, I don't know what a troll is, but I'm going to steal it because it sounds good.
Are you making the argument for us to continue towards the trolls?
No, I'm making the argument that we should stay away from the trolls. They will. It's. I mean, would you jump into the jaws of a megalodon?
Yes, he would.
Would if you saw a gold piece at the back of a shark's throat, would you reach in and try and get it?
No. My
No,
other
then-
character.
Well, let's not do that then. Peace Sprout, he says condescendingly. Let's not do that.
I'm assuming y'all are having this conversation as you walk into the woods toward the troll place,
Yes.
because the Gnome Hill is probably not a good place to continue this conversation.
right.
Find
So
the
the-
nearest bush to argue in.
What
Scott,
is
you should
the-
get this one. This is good.
I think I've had that brand before. I think it
what if
looks
we in-
Sierra Nevada wild little thing.
familiar.
It's pretty good, but it's only 4.5.
I mean,
we had-
what I drink is that, so
I gotta get that 5.
you need that 10.
There's no sour that's 10, except for that sour triple.
Yeah, sours are generally 6 is usually the high end for a sour.
So y'all are wandering into the woods, having this loud debate over whether you should fight trolls or export their goods.
So we're walking, but the key thing is we are walking away from the gnome village, correct?
Yes,
towards the trolls? Yes.
you're walking into the unknown.
Do I see any signs along this path?
You see a sign that says "Trolls this way."
Could we
Is it written haphazardly with backwards letters?
No, it's written fancy calligraphy-wise, and you would know that this is how gnomes write things.
Is it like a fork in the road, or is it just the road is just pointing down further the road?
There's a fork where one fork leads down into the village, and the other fork leads into the forest.
Okay. Can we kind of like go in between those two options?
You
Yeah,
can.
could we
You don't
pick a
have to
different
follow the
cardinal
road.
direction and like maybe not go directly towards the trolls?
Yeah, you just like want to get off. You want to get off the path and just go diagonal in one direction or away.
Yeah, let's strafe the trolls.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you want to go into the forest towards the trolls, or you want to like?
Into the forest, it's going to be harder for them to see us. So
You're
if-
you're still heading into the troll forest.
yeah, but not directly into the troll. Like mining operation can't place where they farm the trolls.
I still wonder why we're running away from trolls when we've killed a bunch of these gnome guys, and we know they're weak. So how could they possibly defeat an adult troll? That
Well, here's
seems-
my thing.
And as you say that, you trip to the ground because your Achilles heel is like shot.
Oh damn it!
I'm thinking. All right, let me get the character here. Gentlemen, may I suggest setting up an ambush in between here and this troll cavern? That way, when the gnomes come up, they don't think we're heading in the normal direction because they're not very smart, and we can jump them
and take them out using our weapons, even in our weakened state, I think this would be a very logical assumption.
This makes sense. I'm going to lay on hands, Mikey.
Gideon
Yeah.
agrees. Gideon says an ambush would be a wonderful way to gain some capital for us in this brave new world.
As you say that, you hear the notching of arrows in the trees.
See?
Is that what we hear?
Yeah, that's what you hear when Crush rolls a 5 on lay on hands.
Just gonna
If
give
we're
a
being
feeling-
ambushed, you have to tell us we're being ambushed. It's a rule.
An
Fascinating
arrow sinks into the ground near your feet.
Ah, yes, that's an ambush, all right.
I believe we're being ambushed.
Could I do trap expert now that we are being attacked by unseen assailants to survey a dangerous area?
Yeah, I think that's a thing you can do. That sounds like a thing you can do.
I get to hold 3.
Okay. Go ahead and do your holds.
Sean, how much level does it take? How much XP does it take to level up?
7 plus your level. You're well on your way, aren't you?
I'm already. I'm at 9 XP now.
Okay. You have to make camp and rest in order to level up.
What else is hidden here?
As you survey the trees, you see 4 gnomes in the trees with bows and arrows.
Guys, there are 4 gnomes up in the trees with bow and arrows, and I point them out.
As
thick are
another
the
arrow
trees?
whizzes by your finger.
I'm going to dodge behind something.
How thick are the bases of the trees?
They have about a 5 or 6 foot diameter.
Holy crap.
Big old trees. We in fantasy land.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
That's a good idea.
Do I have a way to set the forest on fire?
Jesus Christ. Go ahead and roll use magic or whatever cast a spell is.
Let's harpy girl it. Let's do that.
Davril slips and Davril disappears in front of your eyes.
Oh
and the
shit!
gnomes are like, "His magic afoot! Do not let him escape!"
I'm going to dive behind one of these 5 or 6 foot girthy trees so
Okay.
they can't.
It appears that Helga is the only one out in the open.
I'm just going to say, you may want to get yourself hidden there, Helga.
As an arrow starts whizzing at him, her.
I'm gonna put up my shield and I'm
Sam.
gonna be like, "Only cowards hides in tree. Fight me like the real men you are. I'm a woman and I'm doing more than you, you little strunts."
As the arrow strikes you, I feel like you're defying danger with strength. Is that right? Or con? You're trying to block it.
The power of her taunts deflects the incoming arrow.
No, you just,
I was going to say the shape of her breastplate.
It says
Oh,
by
yeah, it curves around
enduring
your
is plus
breast.
con. I feel like shield is by enduring.
That sounds like a perfect bad women's anatomy post on Reddit right there.
That's what I was going for.
All right, it's still a success, but I have to. I always struggle with these, especially after I'm 3 in.
Everybody put on spatial pressure.
Spatial pressure.
Let's see. You're going to be able to block this arrow, but
It
brain
deflects and hits one of the parts.
frazzled, can't ponder evil things to do to you.
You drop a net on him.
A bolt of lightning descends from the heavens.
Yeah, you can block this arrow, Or you can drop the net that's falling from Deckley. Or you can dodge out of the way of the arrow or the net that is directly above you.
That's a
So
really crappy choice.
It is, isn't it?
wait, hold on. I can either take the hit of the arrow, or I can dodge out of the net, or I block the arrow, get hit by the net.
Yes. If you jump out of the way, the arrow is happening fast enough to where you're going to get caught. Wait,
You know what?
think better than me.
I'm gonna take the option where I get put into a net.
Okay. You don't take any damage, but then a net falls from the sky, covering you and entrapping you in your current location. You are captured. Gideon, what are you doing? Also, I think you still have +2 hold on your trap shit.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
Yeah, there was a
Can I-
trap.
So as the net falls, can I try to aid Helga and pull her out of the way?
You wanna
I
use
mean, I'm
that?
like standing right beside her, like I'm behind a tree, but I am standing pretty close to her.
You wanna like dive at her to push her out of the way?
Helga, no! Watch out! It's a snake!
And you jump into Helga, pushing her out of the way from being captured by the net.
Yeah,
Get down,
exactly.
And she's got an arrow sticking out of her shield.
Yeah, exactly.
That happens.
I said snake, and Alex came running up, and he said, "Oh, a snake? Where?" Say snake. He said, "Oh, good gnomes." What happens?
The gnomes raise their. They all knock arrows and say, "Stand down, or we kill you."
I stand up.
You can
I'm gonna stand up.
stand down.
Do I have visibility on them now?
Yeah, you can see the 4 of them in the upper levels of the trees.
Okay, I'm gonna cast fear, or I'm gonna try to cast a spell.
Cast a spell. Do some magic.
Do some magic. I keep forgetting where that ability is. Where
Scare the shit out of them.
is it?
Pea Sprout, stop rolling random shit, making me confused.
Oh no, that was an accident. I was reading.
8. You draw unwelcome attention. You cast distance deity.
This is after your -1, right?
Should be.
Is this on a D12 we're rolling?
It's 2d6, and I don't think I don't see it, but a 7 is still fine.
Must have. Oh, looks like.
But if you want to take another -1, that would be
No, I'm good.
just great. I love everything about that.
They drop a second net on you.
I'm gonna do unwelcome attention. So I'm gonna be using.
Aren't they all already looking at you though?
Yeah, but
They are.
Jesus.
But you know what shows up, right?
Choose a target you can see and a nearby object. The target is afraid of the object so long as you want to.
Wow.
Do you want to cut? Go ahead.
Gnome tree in a forest.
Does it cast? Is it all of them or just one?
Looks like one, but I'm gonna do it to their leader.
Okay. As you cast the spell, the gnome's like, "Oh God, it's evil 3, escape!" And he jumps out of it.
Does he die? Does he like fall?
He's falling to the ground.
I feel like this should be like a dexterity roll, right?
It should
he
be.
jumped out.
But unfortunately, unwelcome attention has been drawn, and you hear the mad stomping of something coming at you through the forest as the gnome is kneed into a tree, and there's a loud crunch of blood as
Crunch of blood.
a crunch
Blood
of blood
crunch.
and bones.
With Nestle's Crunch Your Blood, you'll have the great taste of blood, crunchy enough
And
to
you
satisfy your
stand-
craving.
And standing
Blood
in
for
front
breakfast?
of you is what appears to be a troll.
Oh shit.
Do we know any
And-
weaknesses?
And
Now
one of
you
the other
start-
gnomes said, "Oh God, we're not ready! Escape! Run for your lives!"
9 is the trolls.
Do we just run towards the town? Like, part of me thinks that might be the best option.
I brought it up this troll. It's up to you guys to figure out what's gonna happen with him.
Davril's invisible. He's just hiding behind a tree somewhere.
Will he leave? Will he leave his comrades to die?
Wait, is the troll is like in between the path, right? We were going through the woods.
You
Like,
were going through the woods. One of the gnomes jumped from the trees and then was crunched into the tree midair by the troll.
Can we see the path toward the troll cave, like where we were originally going?
You see a path. You don't see a troll cave.
So this troll was just out wandering through the woods.
Or escaped? Well, I don't know if they're farmed there. They're probably natural to the area, maybe.
Yeah, these are free range trolls.
Right?
Free range, organic, home. What else is it? Home
Vegan.
Homebrew.
vegan, vegan trolls.
Jesus. Okay, maybe trolls were the wrong way to go.
Maybe.
You think?
I think we should go back towards the town. That's all I can say. I don't think there's any way that we can defeat a troll.
No, we'll get mad stomped.
I mean, the only other option I can think of is if we went towards the troll cave where they do whatever, where that sign pointed. Then maybe they have something there to neutralize the troll. I mean, I kind of like the idea of trying to lead it into the village, to be honest, because that would make it easier for us to do things there.
Right?
That's not a bad idea.
Is it going to be easy to do anything in the village?
It's not easy to do
Well, if
anything
there's a
right now.
troll on the loose, I think 4 people that only one guy see, we're lucky to. We'd be, I think, relatively easy to stay hidden. Ooh, we should all swap clothing. Nobody would know who we are then.
Let's do that right
You
now.
still wouldn't be
with the troll
gnomes.
standing here. Let's just rip the hats off of their heads, and we'll just shove the hats on.
Question. If you compared a gnome to a dwarf, how similar are they?
Gnomes are very short. Up to a normal human, they would be about, well, like up to their knee. I think you're the only dwarf, Helga. How tall are dwarves?
That's a world building question that I do not know.
Now I'm asking you because this is your world too. How tall are dwarves?
I'm guessing more like hip height on someone about 6 foot.
3 feet tall.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted dwarves to be just extra beefy gnomes, you could do that, but you're still going to be short and puntable.
Yeah, that's why I chose the dwarf.
I like hip height.
You would be extraordinarily big boned for a dwarf.
Based on my research, I've read that dwarves like to be thrown.
Fastball special.
He's not Canadian.
Is Wolverine a dwarf?
I know how we can beat the
Wolverine
I know how we
is
can beat the troll.
Canadian.
Wait,
Hey,
what's
Sean,
that?
How many eyes did the troll have? Did they have 2?
Jeff, did you not know that Wolverine was Canadian?
No, I definitely knew he was Canadian.
Oh,
Did you know
okay.
he's a
I was just
dwarf?
saying he's not a dwarf.
He's 5'3". Wolverine is 5'3", so he's not short, but he's not tall.
Well,
So
hey,
Wolverine
there-
is 5. No, that is short.
What about one of the Canadian guys, Puck? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. From like the far north squad or whatever that is.
Yeah.
North Side or North Star.
I forget what the Canadian team was called.
Why are we talking
Awful
about
fight.
this with a troll literally smashing a gnome into a tree in front of us?
I mean, I'm kind of headed back towards the village.
You just start walking away.
Alpha flight.
That's yep, that's it.
The Canadian superhero team.
Yeah.
No, that's not gonna work. I'm too big. I'm too big, and I'm very self conscious of my body. So Helga's not gonna try to disguise herself as a gnome. So she's gonna run with the rest of the group back down towards town.
So
Halfling probably could pull off a gnome, especially
maybe.
with gnome mannerisms, or at least cannibalisms.
So are y'all just running from the forest with the gnome thrashing about?
No, you mean the troll, right? Not
The-
being chased by a gnome.
Sorry, the troll is 3 drinks in. Bear with me. The troll is thrashing about. The gnomes are retreating also, and y'all are running in another direction. Are you running towards the village, or are you running deeper into the forest?
I think we're
the
running
village?
into the village now.
Are the gnomes
Right.
running into the village too? Are they running towards the village?
Where do you think the gnomes would retreat to?
Towards the village. So is one nearby? I want to limp him so he slows down.
Make him an easier target. They're up in the trees.
Oh. Even the guy that's afraid of the tree? Where did
No,
he
he's smashed against a tree. He dead. Like
So
he
they're
got
running-
Attack on Titaned.
They're running in the trees.
As you look up into the tree, you do see them running along branches.
I think a troll can climb trees. Okay, towards the village.
All right.
I don't too much Valheim, and I'm thinking of the derpy, huge trolls that you can run into.
I still want to play that.
As you're running through the tree, or as you're running through the forest back towards the village that you just retreated from, the gnomes are also running. You see them running across the branches, and you hear the troll stomping behind you at a very quick pace. And you hear the sound of a gnome say, "No crunch!" as he is removed from this world.
Tree?
Ripped from the branches, huh?
Ripped from the branches, and well, you don't see what happens, but you hear it, and it
The
doesn't.
crunching of bones.
And it doesn't sound
blood
pleasant.
The gnashing of teeth.
He pulped him.
But he pulped it. It's like he took him in his hand, he stuck him in there, and he wrung him out.
He's nothing but a meat stew now.
And the troll's running. The troll pauses for a moment as you hear the crunching and gnashing. And the other gnomes say, "Leave him for dead!" The other 2 gnomes are running through the trees as y'all run on the ground. What do you do?
I want to bring this guy into the village and let him do whatever he wants to do in there.
You want to convince the troll to come into the village. You want to bait him.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
it's called kiting.
Stupid MMO tactics. As you run out of the forest, the gnomes jump to the ground. They're running beside you.
Can I, since I'm invisible, can I trip one?
Absolutely. You don't even need to roll for that shit. You stick your leg out. One's looking at Helga, and then suddenly his face is like meat crayoning onto the ground. As the troll stomps out of the clearing, and you can see him pick up the gnome, leaving only 2 gnomes left, running beside you.
Can I elbow another one?
If you must. Oh
We're
wait,
using the
I will say that tripping him, I'm going to consider that an attack. You're visible now.
Oh no. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
It's worth it, though. Totally worth it.
So as you become visible, the 2 gnomes, their mouths open again. They say, "It's invisible!"
And as I'm going to take that as a surprise, and I'm going to grab at both of them to throw them on the ground.
Roll. I don't know what to roll. I think this is act under pressure. I'm sorry, defy danger with. Is it strength? I think it's strength to grab them both and toss them to the ground so the troll can get them.
Defy strength. Defy danger with. Let me roll that with strength. Okay. 7.
As you throw them to the ground, you see the troll step on both of them with both feet.
Jesus.
It's like a leaping hop as he stomps down on both of them, and you see blood squirt in all directions.
Oh, wow.
Knowing that trolls are not to be, reckoned with on even footing, you can lead him to... He's killed both of them? Or do you want to lead him to
Absolutely.
the village?
Yes.
If you do, you will be putting any and all gnomes in danger, including the women and children. Is that acceptable?
Absolutely.
Is it against the law?
Is it against anyone's moral code to, kill civilians?
Flanagan's radiating hatred for gnomes bleeds through to Davril, and he just...
Young Flanagan doesn't have the radiating hatred for gnomes.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
And you're not cuckoo with two different personalities in your mind. You're pretty well rounded in comparison.
Okay.
Well stacked.
Time Wars.
Time Wars is bullshit.
Okay. So,
But
Maybe
that
fine
is
with
my
this.
hard bargain. If you were leading this troll into the village, everyone is going to suffer, not just the combatants in whatever conflict is going on in the Time War.
Killian is just fine with this.
Let the gnomes perish.
So much for my hard bargain.
I don't know.
How do you feel about this piece, Sprout?
Do I know that the gnomes are unbelievers?
Are the gnomes unbelievers?
I don't know.
Have you asked one? You've tried to murder a bunch of them.
I tried to capture one and he stabbed me. So I could interrogate him. Generally, if someone has a boot knife, you don't ask them questions.
Are you surprised that he didn't want to be captured?
No. I mean, we did smash like 5 of his buddies all at the same time. So. I don't know. I'm afraid of the consequences, but if we need to... Where else can we take it? Like, we're in an open field with a troll.
Yeah, you're
They know how to deal with trolls. These people deal with them all the time. It's the safest thing to take them to the village because they probably have a response. I don't think it puts people in danger. Well, it might. But it'll be like a fire department to come out and deal with the troll.
You think they have a troll department?
Probably. They
It's like
train
human
them.
resources.
Human
I mean,
re-
Yeah, there's
I mean, hell, they-
humans that use as resources to kill the trolls.
Oh.
I mean,
For the resources.
Okay, my reasoning for taking it there, they have the highest likelihood of defeating the troll because they deal with them all the time.
Do you
Like,
think?
there's no way we can handle it. But if they can figure out how to kill it, they might have trained trolls for all we know.
You think they might have guard trolls in the city?
Yeah, like
Maybe.
battle trolls.
Do you think that's and that's a reason for you to go to the city? Not only do the gnomes not like you, they have trained trolls.
I didn't say that. I said we don't know.
You don't. But you brought up this idea. You should have said nothing.
We have no other option.
We're taking them. We're taking them to the thing because they know how to deal with it. We don't.
So you're gonna run down the hill. Are you gonna run down like the very tall hill straight into the city, straight into town square?
The
I'm gonna use my-
fastest place that we can go to take cover. Yes.
if I'm not running down the hill, I'm using my shield as a little sled.
Shield
And I'm gonna
sledding.
go
Yes.
Oh, I have a shield. I could do that too.
copycat.
That's exactly what I do. That's a good idea. Shield sled.
All right. Two of you are going to need to roll defy danger with dexterity to shield
I'm
sled
running.
down the
I'm not
mountain.
using the shield. I'm not using the shield.
Is anyone? As you're running and shielding down the hill, the troll on your heels, you make it into the gnome village, sorry, and you see a. Oh, you actually did roll. I wasn't gonna make you.
He just didn't want me to do it.
Don't worry about rolling. It's too cool. As you're shielding and running down the hill, you find yourselves at the bottom of the hill at the city gate, which is a tall metal gate with giant ass bars and a perched elevated area where some gnomes are overlooking the entrance with spears, and they see you running and the gate is closed. And the troll is moments behind you. What do you do?
This is the perfect time. I'm going to use I am the law and tell them to open the gate.
Do it.
Please. Please, for the love of God, work just once. Jesus Christ. Like, that 8 is like a failure. It's like a failure.
Like, it's only a failure if you expect me to attack you every single time.
If they run and the door is shut, how are we going to get inside?
Like, one of the options is do what you say. So they open the gate. This is going to be incredible carnage and mayhem with a troll inside of a gnome city. Why would I pick anything else? I'm not going to make y'all fight the troll outside the city where no one will die. Except for you.
So Peace Sprout is going to run up and command the guard gnomes, the trained guard gnomes, to open the gates, and they're just going to do it.
They're just going to do it.
Actually,
Oh, well, when you say it that way, sure.
They
in.
see a bunch of figures running. They hear open the gate. They see a troll behind. They open the gate and you start running in.
And slide in on the shield.
And you slide in on the shield. And they quickly close the gates right behind you as a troll rams into the gate and through the gate, sending the gate in all directions. And we're at 5 minutes till 10. So I feel like this is a good stopping point.
This is perfect because the carnage. We can start fresh with carnage next session.
Can I say that as the troll enters in and the gate splits, we go to the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to be continued?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To be continued.
I think
Just
we
appears right down here.
I think we do after session experience still, right? End of
Yeah.
session. When you reach the end of session, let's do our bonds and bullshits first. Does anyone have a bond that they have? They can convince me they did. Chris,
Jeff said a prayer for for Gandalf.
Jeff, you said a prayer for Gandalf.
You didn't hear me say that?
What was the prayer?
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, heavenly Gandalf, please bless us with your guidance," and yada yada, something. Amen.
He totally did it.
Is that all they have to do, Chris, to meet your bond? Is to say a prayer?
I mean, it's helping him to get on the righteous path. That's all I want.
Yeah, definitely
All right,
turn
so
it
that
towards
bond
Gandalf.
can be considered complete. If you'd like to pick a new bond, you can. But that one needs to go away now. It's done. The
How do you
bond.
get rid of it?
You delete it. Backspace. Delete. I don't know. You'll figure it out.
I think this will count. Chris has insulted my deity. I do not trust them. Because he kept trying to get me to also convert. And I told him no.
That has been fully realized, I think. Mark XP. Delete it. Pick a new one.
I wish I could even remotely convince you of mine, but mine has to do with Brett's character, and he wasn't even here.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
I mean, Scott, I do have to say it might be a good idea to consider giving everybody a bond because you can't aid them if you don't have a bond.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't realize that among taking a bond, it was like, I don't know. It felt to me like too many would be too much, but I guess that doesn't seem to be the case here.
Like
I mean, I just try to force people to pray to my God. You could pick something like that.
but once you force them to pray to your God, like what's after that?
I mean, I'm going to continue to be the missionary, I guess.
Gonna continue to be an evangelical.
I mean, I kind of don't want to do the religious thing, though. If I had some idea of how the laws here function, I'd rather Meldog Part 2 Helldog.
If you want to explore the laws of the city, you need to spout lore.
Just make up laws?
That's how this shit works. This is how Dungeon World works. You spout lore, I give you shit, you give me shit, we build this world, we figure out what happened in the fucking time war.
I mean, if I can make up laws,
I chose Killian is in constant danger. I will keep them safe.
Oh, I mean, is that the new one, or is that what?
No, that's a new one.
Okay,
That
because he is all the time. It's a good pick. That was bonds.
where do you see your bond?
Class.
Did anyone resolve? Did anyone do something that is their alignment?
I did use magic to directly aid another, which I used invisibility on Pea Sprout for the 2/3 men thing to help try to convince. So I did directly aid some. Well, I also gave a health potion to 2 of the party members, so I directly aided another.
Okay, so mark 1.
Actually, yeah.
I hit someone really hard with a hammer. It
Does-
hurt.
Does that count as your alignment?
Did it hurt them?
They died.
Then yes.
Is that really your alignment? You hit shit with a hammer.
I have to hurt someone. That is my alignment thing.
Hold on, I'm looking at this.
Wait, is Deny Mercy attempting to kill someone?
Hold
Because
on.
I did try to kill the little gnome man. No, I didn't openly
Harm
deny.
another to prove the superiority of your church of God. I mean, you hurt somebody real hard. You deaded them. So go ahead and mark XP.
How do I use my bond? Mine is that I stole something. I stole Constantine's Holy Writ. Do I have to actively steal it? Like, is that the point of it, that I'm supposed to be trying to steal it from him as we're playing, or have I already stolen it?
Oh,
So I think your bond is you've stolen it. I think something about that needs to resolve itself. Does that make sense? Like,
I have a perfect thing for next session. How we can
Okay.
deal with this. I just need a Gandalf mission in the city.
I mean, you're gonna have a mission in the city. You got a fucking I keep wanting to say
No,
Titan.
like like a set of monks or something like that. Like an abbey, something related to.
You
Gandalf.
want to burn a church down, don't you?
No, it's better than that.
So, for yours, Jeff, like if you can, I would say if something happens around Constantine's Holy Writ, that will fulfill your bond. I don't know what that thing is, but something has to happen about it.
I'm gonna message you what I have in mind. Or I can
And
just tell you.
And absolutely, if you all want to work together to try to resolve it, shit, that you do whatever you do to make this story fucking weird as shit.
Oh, we've already dropped.
So here's the
That hammer has fallen.
here's the general idea. So how would I prove that I'm out spreading the word of Gandalf? I don't have like an amulet or anything crazy.
Maybe you could try to
Oh, it would be the writ. Like you wouldn't get that unless you had
Yeah, maybe you could try to evangelize to some of the gnome refugees, like where we're all huddled in a cave as the troll ravages the town, and you go to reach for your writ, and you're like, "What the heck?"
I was thinking about trying to like seek safety inside of the place, and they turn us down at the door because I don't have my writ.
That's a good one. And then I pull it out and be like, "Oh, you mean this? I found it.
And then they treat yes, that would be such a good.
I found. Oh, look, I found this. It was laying on the ground."
That would also bring shame to my character. It's a great redemption arc.
I like it. Hey, one other question: when you fail a roll, do you get experience?
You do.
Now that's a miss though, right? It's like 6 or below.
6
not
and
the
below.
And then when the gnome was on the ground, I leapt for that gnome's throat without any thought or plan or consideration for my safety or anyone. So that's my chaotic.
There you go, Mark XP.
Everybody gets an XP.
Did
Who
we
has
learn?
the most?
Well, we also have a bunch of questions. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
This town sells troll stuff.
Troll stuff. You don't want to go into detail again.
Products.
Products.
Apparently, people are going through some sort of like, not inauguration, like conversion.
Transformation.
Yeah, people are volunteering to be like converted, including our characters, before we took over their bodies.
This is true. So Mark XP.
So how many is that? One? Is it one per each?
Yeah. No,
How
I
many
mean,
do we get?
no, you get
How
1
many do we
XP
get
for that
total?
question. And then I've got 2 more questions. Did we
So how
overcome? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. How many have we earned so far outside of our alignment/bond?
Just 1.
Just one. Okay.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy? And gnomes are not notable.
I'm gonna say no on this one. Like I can't even like begin to spin us dealing with this troll.
Yep, you definitely.
Overcome. Does overcome mean escape with your lives?
Would taking out
Have
an
you done
animal
that
party
yet? Have you escaped with your lives yet?
We're not dead yet. That's an escape.
We have successfully killed an entire gnome troll party.
Oh yeah, those could have been special gnomes. That's really.
They were like the
Guess what?
OG special forces for the gnomes.
Special at all.
They were special to us.
Sean, you weren't there. You didn't see them. They had sniper rifles and grenades.
That
You-
part of
you
the
just-
theater of the mind, you just weren't welcome to. You didn't have tickets. It was
Gotcha. And that's why they didn't put up any fight and they all got smashed.
That's why our whole party has PTSD.
Did we loot memorable treasure? I don't think we did. The loincloth definitely doesn't count.
Oh, it's memorable, just not in a good way.
Oh, what about the rock? Then?
Yeah, I was gonna say the rock that I'm
You
gonna.
know,
ask about
a
is
random ass rock that you picked off the wall does not count as memorable treasure.
We're remembering it now.
haven't resolved it yet. Then. We don't know what it's gonna say.
Well, you know what? Maybe when you resolve it, it'll be memorable.
That's true.
But
Maybe
today is
there's a
not that
diamond
day.
inside.
Ooh. So I think you get 1 XP from question. I think some of y'all could level up if ever you when you have downtime and XP. You haven't had downtime yet, guys.
If we don't die along the way.
If you
maybe
want
one
to
day
level
we'll
up, you
level
need
up.
to take a nap.
It's 6 plus our level, right?
7 plus your level.
7 plus your level.
Uh,
How many XP do you guys have?
I have 5.
9.
8.
What about you, Jeff? 8. I have 12.
That's because I haven't failed any rolls yet, so all my experiences come from end of session stuff.
I literally.
Carnival of failures.
Chris only rolls charisma shit.
I haven't had a single successful roll that hasn't had consequences.
Dungeon World's kind of brutal.
It's really brutal. Like, this is gonna be Klaus Part 2 where he just gets over leveled.
So, like, if you rolled the same way in Monster of the Week, you'd still be fucked.
I don't feel like that's the case.
That's true. Yeah. Well, okay. I think it's mechanics too, though. We're not super familiar with how,
Yeah.
like, what we can do, because, I mean, the first session, I was just kind of testing it out. I was like, okay, what happens if I throw my character at this thing?
You
And
get
it's-
smashed.
One hit, he almost died.
So I want to give you a little bit of perspective about the 2/3 men. I may have given it a different stat block than it deserved, but it was an ogre.
Oh.
I don't know if that tells you anything, but they're big and tough.
Yeah, figured as
Wait,
much.
where does a troll rank with an ogre? What does the compendium say?
Trolls. I mean, trolls are tough.
I didn't know about the health regeneration thing. That is totally my fault.
Well, I
You
didn't.
burn it.
Like you learned about it. Oh, trolls have like more than they almost have twice as much health as an ogre does.
And they regenerate? Okay.
Yeah, trolls are typically pretty tough customers in most RPGs.
So how the hell do these gnomes farm them?
That's a
Sean, I
good
need
fucking
your
question,
answer.
Chris. How do these fucking know?
It's
You the-
probably really brutal if they have a regenerated power and then, they're using their things. Just kind of put 2 and 2 together, get a little bit of saw action going. They lose an arm, they take the fat, it regrows, they do it all over again.
Maybe
And
they
you're
got,
saying it's all from one troll? Oh my god.
Did you by chance watch the D&D session where I had a fire giant getting his toenails harvested by cultists so that they could mass produce strength potions by turning him into a werewolf, so he would regrow his toenails whenever there would be a full moon, by which they had a machine that could willingly transform him.
Good Christ, no.
Oh my god.
They had a regular racket going.
So the party freed it, and it's loose.
Oh.
may not have been our best idea.
But
Yeah,
it's somewhere out there.
Lawful evil.
It
giant
did
pin.
it did stop an ancient red dragon from completely TKOing a party.
Sorry. Stop. We ran like little bitches. We just ran away.
Yeah.
All right, so with the trolls, they would have like a giant chunk of a troll somewhere out in their little forest area. Although I don't know, with this being the method, I don't know why they wouldn't just do it in the town. They have like a giant chunk of a troll, and they're constantly burning sections of it to keep it from growing back. So only like the head or the
Nose.
penis grows back. So they're just growing that one section of the gnome and harvesting it over and over again.
What
It's the
What is
lower
it?
horn.
what is this? The
Aphrodisiac.
Wolverine of trolls?
No, that's how trolls work.
Now, do you guys realize if we make some crazy shit like this canon, if we ever fight one, it's going to be pretty much impossible to kill.
That's how trolls are, though. They like even just a little chunk of a troll can grow an entirely new troll.
Quit your bullshit, Jeff. Stop that bullshit right
It's
now.
not bullshit. It's D&D rules. That's how it works in D&D.
But we don't
That's
know
why
how we don't know how it works in. And I'm not gonna say Dungeon World. We don't know how it works in the Time War.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Jesus. Man, what if they've been doing something even worse, like just harvesting this troll's children or whatever, and it just came after us?
Yeah, this is the mama troll, and it is not pleased.
It's an unfortunate circumstance that it's in. Its babies are constantly butchered.
Oh man, that would give me full license to run around and just murder all the gnomes then.
Why?
Like,
That would push them into definitely the like if they're like troll slavers or something. That would definitely push them into the evil category. Just take them out.
Have you met a
No
good
remorse.
gnome yet?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to talk to them.
Yeah, we don't know what their motivations are.
We were captured coming in, and they tried to kill us. So
Well, actually, they tried to talk to us. It was the 2/3 man after we launched an assault on him.
He didn't attack you until you tried to leave.
Yeah, we attacked him and then he attacked us back.
I
Oh.
really wanted to leave.
So
I like to say we attempted to attack the 2/3 man, and he beat our asses.
it sounds like that happens every time y'all attack anything.
I mean, no game we've played, we've been effective at attacking yet.
I,
get there one day.
at my 4 attacks, I've landed 3, and then 2 instant KOs.
On gnomes! On gnomes!
Maybe Helga is like the master assassin, and you suck, Chris.
I do so. I don't say. I have a paladin who has a -1 on his charisma roll, and has failed every.
That sounds like a Chris problem. Not a Paladin problem.
I mean, the charisma thing is something I did wrong because I didn't realize.
You know what my favorite part about Chris problems are? Whenever he rolls below a 7, I get to fuck all of y'all.
Dirty.
So it's not just a Chris problem.
I don't like the
I
fact
think I
that
had.
to suffer.
I was enjoying Monster of the Week because I had some good sessions where I wasn't rolling terribly. I feel like my luck counter has just been totally reset.
Oh, and there's no luck in this game either.
No.
Yeah, you're basically locked into whatever the roll is.
Well, you know the way to get back to Monster of the Week?
If you die in the game, you die for real.
You need to figure out how to get Constantine back to the real world.
Come on, guys, let's make a suicide pact. We'll go back to the old game. Killian pulls some poison out of his back pocket. It's like, I've got just the thing.
Everyone
We're gonna
gather
be-
hands and slit your throats.
Could we just start a death cult with the gnomes? That might be a good way to go.
What if we try to take the giant troll and we try to domesticate it? That way we can use it to just kind of go and smash as we see fit.
Feel like a Master
would be-
Blaster scenario.
Well, but we have to figure out if the gnomes have figured out how to domesticate one. And then if we figure that out, we just feed it gnomes to keep it happy.
I like that idea. Let's roll with it.
We'll use this gnome village as the hub for our conquest of the surrounding area with the troll.
This game has already gone far off the rails from what Sean was expecting, I'm sure.
You know what I prepped? Fucking nothing.
I like this idea. The gnome will, the troll will be our engine for gnome conquest.
Our base inner desires are coming to head right now.
So,
We
whatever,
like to murder, domesticate, kill.
whatever happens in this gnome village, the Time War is still happening.
Elsewhere.
Is this the fabled Timeline C?
Who fucking knows? We'll find out, won't we?
Well, they're gnomes, and we're killing them, so it's a good sign.
Did the gnomes cause Timeline C to implode, which is... Will we meet other Flanagan? Will we meet other Gideon? Will we meet other Klaus? Because this is the 3rd timeline.
Wait, if this was any of the other 2 timelines, depending on where we are, we could also meet them. Although it wouldn't end well for us, because those were like city destruction and crazy shit. So I'm praying to God that this gnome city is not the one from the,
This is specifically a gnome village. It is apparently important to the Time War, but we don't know how. We will find out.
well, they apparently supply.
It is important that if it doesn't fall, the Time War is lost.
We're bringing a troll to the middle of this gnome village. I'm sure that can be.
You're going to end this town because you think that it'll save the Time War?
Yes.
But we don't even know. We don't even know where we are in the Time War, and the only people that know anything about the time. Wait, it's just Melvin, right?
Flanagan
Flanagan
was a recruit, right?
He was briefed on the Time War stuff, but he never saw actual action.
Like he was like going through boot camp or something, right?
Basically, yeah.
So Jesus, our source of truth is Helga, the dwarf woman.
Is
Evil
Helga
dwarf
Meldog,
woman.
who didn't actually go to the Time War?
No.
Yeah, it's all secondhand.
Question mark?
I think you were setting up something about me from the future, and I think I shot my future self a couple of sessions ago.
Oh yeah, you're talking about in the theme park or carnival or whatever, right? And you
Yeah,
just
the
pulled
fair-
out your
The
rifle.
fairgrounds, and I got pissed because he was like watching from a distance, and I went, "No, you don't, fucker."
I remember the long lecture about how you
So-
should just shoot random people.
So Meldog hasn't experienced the Time War yet?
No,
Maybe?
I'm a Time War virgin. You're gonna have to be gentle with me.
Okay. Well, the Time War doesn't do gentle. It just bends you over and makes sure that you know it happened.
I started strapped down naked. I'm already ready to go. Let's do this.
Give him the temporal shaft.
Temporal shaft. That is an accurate description of the Time War.
Hey, Scott, do you remember all the stuff from the very early sessions that we put in the Time War?
So I was the one that created the try timeline thing, and original Flanagan came from timeline A, whereas current Flanagan comes from timeline B, and then the C timeline has an unknown fate currently.
But no, the
The-
stuff that we talked about like early on, before that, even. You remember the first couple of sessions we had? That's where it came from.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about stuff. There was a whole kind of splinter cell of special warriors that we never even met that got kind of set up, but nothing ever happened with that, I believe. We also talked about an event in Timeline C that happened with a city falling, dooming the entire timeline potentially, but we don't know because nothing has come out of that timeline.
Wasn't A the one that went wrong? City Falls. B is the one that we saved, and then C was up in the air.
I think so, something like that. Yeah, it has been like a few months since we've talked about it. So, but I remember the like general logistic or the general info that we talked about, but maybe not like the deep details of it. You know, we could always go back and
This is why I record everything.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm kind of curious. There's probably so much crap we've thrown at the Time War that I don't remember that could be resolved. And I don't want to find us in one of these fucked up situations where you're just like, oh, Time War! You know, that thing that we're just going to throw.
Do you think Sean is really keeping track of it?
Yes. There is a moment in particular that he remembers that he wants to add in. I know the DM way. Like, there was one thing he wants to use against us, and he knows it's going to make a moment, and he knows it's going to be funny. I know that smile.
It's going to be great. I'm so excited.
Don't let us fight Klaus or Flanagan. Those are the only two things I don't want to have happen.
Like, what if you side with the gnomes?
That will never
That's not
happen.
because we lose.
Will
We
it never
lose
happen?
in the scenario.
Like, I know Klaus was part of the Time War. Was he with the gnomes? Is that why he's so fucked up?
Isn't there like there's like
Well,
a super
well,
weapon?
you have to remember that old Flanagan fucking hates gnomes.
Yo.
Fucking hates them.
But why does he hate gnomes?
I never set that up.
I know you didn't.
Jesus, this is gonna be interesting.
I'm so excited about this game.
Oh my god, though, if we wind up in combat, it's gonna be total party TPK. Like we're
With what? With Klaus or Flanagan? Yeah, y'all
Yeah,
fucked.
anything. If you put us against like 15 gnomes, we would probably die.
Yeah.
If I put you against 15 gnomes, I mean, spoilers, maybe run away.
Yeah, you don't have to stand and fight at every battle.
But we're running from a troll into other enemies, so
Which is a great idea. Escape was, like, given how fucked up all of y'all are currently, escape was a good option.
Yeah,
I'm fine. I don't know what-
And I want it to be absolutely clear. I did not plan anything for this session. All of the troll stuff you can blame on Chris.
Okay.
it was the first thing I thought of. At least it's not like, 2/3 men village farming.
I mean, you just say things and I'm like, that sounds fun. Let's do that next.
Anytime something unfortunate happens to me, feel free to suggest things. Oh my
no,
God.
Monster Quest. Oh,
He's got some like nipple going on there.
Dragon Quest, not Monster Quest.
wasn't there a spin-off that was Monster Quest?
EverQuest.
No, it's Dragon Quest Monsters.
Oh, what's Monster Quest?
I have no idea.
Either way, ogres. There are no ogres in this fantasy universe. They're 2/3 men. A lot of Dungeon World monsters will be reflavored to fit content that is relevant to the Time War.
Nope, those are goblins. Those are not trolls.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, those are
No,
goblins.
no, those are trolls.
Nope. If those are from Troll 2, they are goblins because they live in the town of Chernobog, which is goblin backwards.
Oh shit, you're right.
Fight me. I
Damn,
know my
no.
Troll 2
I was just referencing the movie. That's what I've been thinking about the whole time since Trolls popped in there. And I was thinking of literally that picture right there. I did not do any research on the etymology of the troll structure. So, yeah, no, I don't.
You can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it.
I need
I'm
to
looking
watch
it up
more
now.
random fantasy movies so I can like use them against y'all.
It's not even a fantasy movie.
It's a gore fest.
It's like one of
a
the
fever
worst
dream.
movies ever made.
Well, that's the best kind of movies to inflict D&D on you with.
Oh no, they're eating him.
And they're gonna eat me. Oh my god! If you watch Trolls 2, you'll have to watch Best Worst Movie because the documentary about the people after the movie was made is really fascinating.
Hey, Sean, are we still streaming?
We are. Should I stop?
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye, Internet.